Drop that water, baby.
Now it's time for Straight on the Point with Jesse T. from some undisclosed location somewhere in the world. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Jesse T.
Well, it's good to be back with you. Hey, the Brown Beauty is back on duty. We are back on the full network today. It's the Jesse T Show. I think we just lost some people already. Are we there with you? Yeah, there we go. Kicked it off that fast because I'm red hot and rolling. But we're here on Facebook.com/Jesse Torrero. Yeah, I think we're back with you there. There we go. Nice and clear. On the Digital Broadcasting Network, KTNT Radio and TV Broadcasting Podcasting Network. The Jesse T Show is back on the air and everywhere, live on thepowerofvoices.com for our radio listening audience. We certainly want you to tune in there always to www.thepowerofvoices.com. Good to have you along with us. We're bringing up Instagram right now. If you do hear it in the background, it's because perhaps my battery is a little bit low, or it's not kicking in, but we are on Facebook.com/Jesse Torrero, also the Power of Voices, and Straight on the Point. And clearing the throat just a little bit here on a Tuesday in Southern California. Got some new glasses. I can see. And God said, let there be light. Praise the Lord. I can see. I can see. I can see. Yes, I can see. I can see Alex Beverly Tepizano dropping that water, baby. Linda Calise, Fedeg, and Gwen Legge. Gwen Legge, Mike Spivey coming up. Gwen, we got to have you on the show. Sure would like to talk to you about sponsoring. We aren't on Instagram because for whatever reasons my Instagram line isn't taking on my Samsung Galaxy Note 4 that I use for Instagram Live. I guess the battery is a little bit low or whatnot, but that's okay. I'm not going to deal with it right now because we are on the rest of the network, live stream, Periscope, and the one we're really trying to improve today. In fact, I'm going to turn this one off right now on Instagram because otherwise it will continue to bother us like a bad doorbell, you know? That's right. So I'm going to turn that one off right here. If you see the hand, the giant hand is at work. Come on, baby. Turn off. Turn off. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. There, power off. That won't bother me anymore. Good. Yes, we are starting to build this year in 2018 our brand new site on YouTube/Jesse Torrero. And we want you to really be a subscriber there because that's where we're going to have a lot of things take place this year. Like, for instance, on YouTube, Jesse Torrero, we are going to be broadcasting live from Hollywood on March 4th, right across the street from the Dolby Center. You know, the Dolby Theater on Hollywood Boulevard, just a few doors down from the Great Chinese Grom, or the Chinese Theater. Yeah, just across from Jimmy Kimmel Show. For the Academy Awards, I believe it's the 90th Academy Awards, which is happening on March 4th right here across the world on God's blue-green earth. And we're going to be broadcasting live there at a brand new pre-dinner viewing party. Norby Waters, after 27 to 30 years, has retired the night of 100 stars. So we're going to be out at a brand new with our buddy Ed Losey, the #1 PR guy who will be on the show here, the Jesse T Show, a little bit later on this month on the 30th, talking about this, as well as some other things, the great James Franco movie, and we're talking about Disaster Artist, what originally originated from a movie called The Room, world's worst movie. But it has become a cult film and it's turned into replacing the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Remember, those of you who are in and around my age, the Rocky Horror Picture Show. And the funnest thing about the Rocky Horror Picture Show was going there and throwing the rice and shooting the water and lighting the match and doing the time warp dance. Let's do the time warp dance. First you move to the right. Then you move to the left, right? And Meatloaf is in there. And so many great stars are in that. But The Room has replaced that as the #1 nighttime cult film after midnight at theaters across the nation. And that's what the movie that James Franco won the Golden Globe Best Actor Award and the Screen Actors Award for, and his reincarnation of the gentleman who wrote, directed, produced, and starred in The Room, Wusal, that is, Wusal, and you saw him get pushed away by James Franco on the Golden Globe Award. That was Wusal with the straight black hair. Anyhow, we got Ed Losey, the reason why he has a connection to that goes way, way back, so he's going to be there talking about that, and of course, the new show that he's bringing all the stars and the great media people like yours truly, me, Jesse T, to the red carpet at the Hollywood Museum. That's the Max Factor building right there, just at the corner of Hollywood and Vine. And we're going to be there broadcasting live on YouTube/Jesse Torrero, bring you all the stars as they cross the red carpet, and we kind of engage them and have some fun. And we want you to be a part of the festivities. We'll be broadcasting live there, and we want you to check it out. So that's just one of the things that are coming up on our special site, YouTube/Jesse Torrero. That's happening on March 4th, starting at 1 p.m. There's other things I'm going to have boxing, MMA, along with our boxing and MMA expert, Jeff Langton. He'll be calling the color aspects of it. Jeff being a professional trainer and coach in boxing for many years. Boxing champions have been under his tutelage, and Freddie, the champ, Fearless Freddie Pendleton, he trained him years ago, and many others, so he's my color guy, so we got that coming up this year. Also, in the Jesse T Show on YouTube as a subscriber, we got some promotional gifts and some great items that we're going to be giving away and having contests, so we want you to check out there, kind of thanking you for helping us grow to the point that we're at right now. Saying hi to more people who are starting to check us out on Facebook.com. Saying hi to Gil Fajardo. Hey, Gil, let me add you up, Gil, and what I can possibly do is bring you on board here, and we can do a shared video. I think I can do that via our remote technology here as we broadcast somewhere in a undescribed location deep in the bowels and the bunker of the Torrero compound. That's right. When the zombie apocalypse happens, hey, I'll be okay. I got water, food, Band-Aids, and bullets. Thank you very much. Boom! Loving the American way. God bless America. So we'll got some good things coming up here on YouTube/Jesse Torrero. But in the meantime, of course, we're always on our huge network, and that is Twitter, LinkedIn. I can't forget about Livestream, Periscope, Facebook, Instagram Live, which we're having a little trouble with tonight, Power of Voices on our radio feed across America, and Tumblr, Google+, and also we're working on some engagements here with Amazon Prime, as well as Google TV, and quite possibly True TV, as we engage some great shows like Road Trippin' here on a Friday. You'll see a pre-produced cool show. It's a lot of fun with Dan the Man, the real dog king. Yes, man, the big dog with me, Dan the Man, broadcasting live as we road trip and let you know the fun and interesting places around Southern California. Only the way Jesse T can do it. Hey, I've been around here for 55 of my 57 years, and there's not many nooks and crannies I don't know about. Hey, we're going to talk to Gil Fajardo in a second here. Hopefully we can bring him on board and add him in a shared video. I hope you'll be able to hear it. I'll turn it up as loud as I can. You'll probably only be able to hear the audio, so at least in that respect. But when we are in studio, at the studio live, at thepowerofvoices.com, we can bring that technology up on screen. But when we are remote, it gets a little more difficult for us, but we're adding some components to that. Hey, don't forget about going to one of our sponsors. That's right, yours truly, Jesse Torrero. I'm sponsoring myself, because I do have another business. It's a full real estate and loan firm, and you can check us out at www.jessetmrsoul.com, www.jessetmrsoulbuyers, 818-805-4400, and facebook.com/Jesse Torrero Broker. If I can help you with some of your real estate and loan refinance needs, hey, you do that for me, and the Jesse T Show continues to prosper, because it works that way, my friend. Ain't nothing free in life. You may think a wife is free, but she isn't. Hey, here's an old proverb. Way back when I was a little tight, I learned to have a happy life. If you're married, you have to have a happy wife. Bada bing, bada boom. And it doesn't matter how much money you make. Okay. So also, we're going to bring up some other things here, coming up here this year. A lot of great programs and shows, and we're going to have a lot of fun. Like we've got the real estate show down on the Real Estate Corner on Mondays. We'll be teaching you how to become a millionaire, because I want you to become a millionaire, and it's not by way of making a big film or a recording contract. A very small fortune of people get a chance to really cross over there. But it's all about real estate, and that's on Monday. So we invite you to check out our sponsor. That's me, Jesse T, at Win-Win-Win LLC, Real Estate and Loan Firm. That's right. Okay, so let's kind of get into the show today. Wanted to talk about a couple of things which we did already address. I can't forget about the name of the show. It is, I don't get in here. I always forget the guy's name. Roger Neal. Roger Neal is brand new to me, so putting it to memory. March 4th, we'll be out there with Ed Losey on the red carpet. Roger Neal, Style Hollywood Oscar viewing party. That is going to be the third best party. Hundreds and hundreds of stars are going to show up, just like Night of 100 Stars. It's going to be phenomenal. So I'm looking forward to that and bringing you all the great festivities. And we're going to get some of that trickle over before the Academy Awards starts from the stars who are actually up for awards this year. Let's see, bring on Gil Fajardo real fast. Let me see if I can bring on Gil. Let me add you up, Gil, and see. Then I'll add you up to the camera, Gil, as I kind of get involved here and bring him up and see if he wants to talk about his brand new film, which is a terrific film. It's his second film, and so hopefully it's still there. No answer from the live video guest. That's no problem. Let's see if he responds. I did send him a little message out to see if he wants to check in here to the Jesse T Show and let us know a little bit about what he's doing. That's right. All right, Gil, give us a call. Let me see what we're doing with him here. Bring Gil on camera. Let's invite him right now and see if he wants to join us. Turn this volume up here. I might have to turn the microphone just a little bit over to him if he jumps in with us here on the Jesse T Show today. All right. Okay, let's talk about some stuff here. And I wanted to jump into it real quick. What I wanted to jump into is Michael Lanelli's watching. Hey, Michael, what's happening? Good to have you along with us here on the Jesse T Show. I wanted to let you know a couple of things. Tomorrow is Roundup Wound-Up. Dan the Man, the real Road Dog King himself, is going to be here with me, Jesse T. Also, David Shark Freilich, and we may have a special guest. We're trying to lock him down. Yes, Tom Sizemore. He did want to come on the show. Don't know if his schedule is going to allow him to do that, but he did want to make an appearance and be on Roundup Wound-Up, because you know that's one of our most popular shows, Roundup Wound-Up, in the middle of the week on Wednesday, as we tackle the issues of the day in only the way we can do it, straight on the point in the world, according to Torrero. And what everybody says is what they say. Everybody's got their opinion. It's an open forum. It's sort of like the tailgate party, or the going across the street to the pub after the Boston Red Sox game. and kind of hashing it out with your best buddies. That's sort of what it's like. And it's a lot of fun, fast and furious. We get off tangent. I set up the topics, but oftentimes we do kind of get off tangent a little bit in that respect. So let's kind of just talk a little bit about the news real quick here, because this is news you can use. So don't go be snoozing off. Try to participate and jump in with us. Of course, the big story is the shithole. That's right. Did he or did he not say shithole? You see, here on the Jesse T Show, we can say it like we say it. We can do it like we do it. We are straight shooting, so we can kind of get, and they can beep us out anywhere else. But did our great President Trump say shithole or not? Dick Durbin was a guy who broke the story and leaked it to the media. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Dick Durbin, because it was Dick Durbin who created the 2008 subprime blowup, which I believe that many of your friends and family members lost their houses, lost all of their money in real estate, and probably some people that you know went into major foreclosure debt and are still reeling and rocking from those very bad times between 2008 and 2012 in the subprime blowup. So let me talk about that, who Dick Durbin is. A lot of you guys may not know who Dick Durbin is. Dick, lying, two-faced, beady-eyed Durbin. He's been in government for many decades, probably going on something like 30 to 35 years. He stretches all the way back to President Clinton. Now, we have to go back to President Clinton to understand who Dick Durbin is. So I have to set something up for you, and this you may not know, and you can fact check me, Jesse T, because my checking of facts is always right. Hey man, when you're as old as the Dead Sea that used to be alive, then been around a little while. So I'm talking from experience here. Because of Dick Durbin, and a few others that I will name, because of Dick Durbin, what a name. Could you ever imagine being called Dick as your name growing up from that generation? I mean, look, my neighborhood buddies was Fat Michael, was Four-Eyed Gigi, was, Fast-Talking Jesse T. We all had nicknames. We all had nicknames. That's what we did. Everybody had a nickname. Crazy Mario, right? PCP Joe, because, yeah, he was always on angel dust, right? I mean, we all had nicknames. People had a little bit more thick skin than they do today. Everybody's such a whiny crybaby today about everything. And that's because they're all looking for their 5 seconds of fame and their California lottery payoff day. Dick Durbin. Dick Durbin. Can you imagine? Hey, Dick. Hey, Dick, little Dick. Hey, little Dicky, 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 Dicky. Dicky, Dicky, Dicky. Dick Durbin. What if your name was Richard Dick? Dick Dick? Oh, my goodness. Can you imagine being called in class in 6th grade? Richard Dick or Dick Richards, right? Dick, I mean, look I would rather have Johnny Cash's song, Don't Name Your Son Sue, Whatever You Do. I would rather be called Sue than Dick. What a dick. Dick? That's sort of like that old cliche that we used to do on radio because we could get away with it when the FCC actually had Weibos and controlled us. That thing was when you went across a damn road, you were going across the damn road on the dam, right? The damn road, that's damn road on the dam, because it is a road that goes across the top of the dam, that damn road. Damn road on the dam, right? Can you imagine me calling Dick, Dick, Little Dicky? I don't know. I don't know, man. I think I would probably change my name to Sue, Becky, or Georgina. Anything but Dick. How about maybe ass? Because Dick was an ass. Way back in the 1980s, when your favorite president, your favorite son, Slick Willie with the big Willie Billy, or maybe he has a little Willie Billy. Slick little Willie Billy, that's right, the guy who committed rape to many women and got away with it, right? The rapist, Slick Willie Billy Clinton, Hillary Clinton's husband, or at least that's what they so-called are, all right? Slick Willie Billy and Little Dickie. Willie Billy and Little Dickie. Dick and Bill. Or could that be Dick in Bill? Maybe it could be Dick and Bill, or Bill and Dick. I think Dick and Bill. Dick and Bill. You can take that a few ways. I'm putting a I-N in there. Dick in Bill. Hey, Dick in Bill. Can you imagine having two friends? Hey, that's Dick and Bill. Dick and Bill? What do you mean? Is Dick and Bill? Or what's going on here? That's sort of like the dam. The damn road. Damn it. Damn it. Damn road. Okay. Now that I've drove that completely into the ground, that's what I do here. I drive things into the ground. But anyhow, Slick Willie and Dick Durbin. Oh, yeah, we can't forget about Henry Cisneros, the first Latino director of HUD ever in the history of God's country, the good old USA. God bless America. God bless America. God bless this Protestant nation called America, built on Protestant ideology, all because of Martin Luther, not Martin Luther King, Martin Luther in 1517 and the Protestant Reformation. Because of that, and the Council of Trent by the Catholic Church, who created the worst, most evil, satanic organization that was ever created by the Pope. I mean the Pope. I mean the Pope. The Poop Pope. The Pope with poop. Does the Pope actually poop? I wonder if the Pope really does poop. That's sort of like Slick Dick and Little Willie Billy, right? Poop, Willie, Dick. Dick and poop, and Willie and Dick and poop. Poop, Willie. It sounds like a song. I don't know. Anyhow, in 1545, the Pope created the Dark Pope. You ask me, what's the Dark Pope? The Dark Pope is the leader of the First Order of the Jesuits. Let me sink that in there for a second. Yeah, you know, Jesse T's always given a little bit of history in his monologues. The First Order of the Jesuits. The worst organization that was ever created by mankind, made Hitler, Stalin, Mao, Genghis Khan, the cat in Cambodia, look like chumps. And all the killing and torturing and maiming and stealing and ripping off and raping and destruction and lying. This organization is the worst. And by the way, how did that happen? The Pope we got now is the first Jesuit Pope. That's interesting. As my friend Brad Pye Jr. used to say at 1580 K-Day, the sportsman, when I was there for almost 10 years on the air in Los Angeles, bringing on hip-hop and rap and dance music, the first guy ever to do that in the history of American music, combining all and doing 24/7 live at 1580 K-Day, the Brown Beauty on duty, Jesse Torrero. You like how I got the advertisement in? In case anybody out there that wants to hire me. Anyway, I'm always looking for a gig. Well, you know, after here, I go sell oranges and cherries by the side of the freeway. Yeah, you didn't know that, did you? Man, I'll do anything for money. Hell, I'll get on the table and dance. Okay. All right. Yes. The first Jesuit Pope is our Pope now. Wow. As Brad Pye Jr. used to say, switch reels. Let's get back to it. In 1545, the Council of Trent created 12 individuals and put in charge of them an ex-soldier that was not a very good soldier, but he got injured and he couldn't become a soldier anymore, but he was a trained killer. His name was Loyola. Loyola. Isn't that funny that the University of Loyola, one of the best law schools in the country, Loyola, is bearing the name of one of the greatest killers and liars and deceivers the world has ever seen, and backdoorsman, shady deal, backstabbing, two-timing, cheating, lying, scumbag in the night, manipulator, Loyola, the first head, the first dark pope, and he was given what's called it's called a papal bull, P-A-P-A-L-B-U-L-L. These are like the laws and rules of the pope. And that was given to the Pope, or the Roman Church, by Constantine in 325 AD. The first papal bull was then transferred over to the Dark Pope, and that is, all souls on the planet Earth are owned by the Church of Rome, which became the Vatican, and are therefore allowed to be taxed. Not only did that happen, but also what happened there was he was also given the right to rape, torture, kill, murder, steal, take, manipulate all Protestants because they were heretics. They were committed heresy because they did not pay taxes to the Catholic Church, or the Vatican, which is its own country, by the way, ruled by no nation, because it's its own country. Okay? Yes, because of that, what took place was the Dark Pope, Loyola, and his 12 henchmen, the Jesuits, the lying, satanic, evil, blood-sucking, prayer to the devil and Luciferians, the Jesuits, as part of the ninja order of the Vatican, went out amongst the land in 1545 and started killing, torturing, murdering, raping anybody who wasn't Catholic. See, because Martin Luther said, all this is going to tie in, guys, just follow me. Martin Luther said in the Protestant Reformation, he said, your way to heaven in Jesus, praise the Lord, Jesus, is through faith. And if you have faith, then you don't have to pay, because indulgences was the way that the Vatican said was to heaven. You indulged by giving money to the Vatican and the Catholic Church up until 1517. And when Martin Luther came around, he said, no, it's faith, because he was pissed off at the traveling popes and the traveling priests of the Vatican. He was pissed off when they came to his little town and they gave trinkets for money that supposedly got your sins paid for, and the more that you paid, the faster you would rise to heaven and not be in purgatory. Yeah, indulgences. Because that's what the Constantine said to the first papal bull, to the first Roman priest that eventually became the Pontificus Maximus, or Caesar, or the Roman Pope. Pope. Yes. Okay. Well, Martin Luther changed all that. So the Jesuits went about killing everybody. And they did that for 500 years. Actually, for 300 years. And then they got tossed out again. And then in the 19th century, another pope brought them back in. Okay? Which was the worst thing they could do. And they infiltrated all of the world through the satanic contract with the Jewish bankers called the Rothschilds. There's a whole thing going on here. All right, now, the reason why I bring that up is because back in the 80s, there was a cat named Dick Durbin and a guy named President Bill Clinton and Henry Cisneros, the first Latino head of HUD, appointed by your President Clinton. Okay? Also, there was a guy named Chuck Schumer. Boy, do these names ring a bell, don't they? Chuck Schumer, Skinhead Chuck, right? Nancy Pelosi's buddy in the DNC. You talk about a beep hole, Chuck Beephole Schumer, and there was another guy called Elmer Fudd. Yeah, Elmer Fudd. Elmer Fudd. Oh, wait a minute. That was Barney Frank. He spoke like Elmer Fudd. That's for sure. Now, those four cats and a few crossover Republicans or Republicans joined Clinton in changing legislation when they had the House and the Senate to force Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, the government quasi-organization chartered to HUD, forced them to lower their standards of the type of loans in the secondary mortgage market that they could buy. See, prior to the 1980s, Fannie and Freddie could only buy A paper, maybe B paper. That means good risk people doing loans. But they couldn't buy lower B, C, or D paper. But that wasn't right for Slick Willie because they needed the votes. So they created this idea that if they lower the standards, then everybody can get a house because everybody has a right to a house. Everybody has a right. No, you don't have a right to a house. No, I'm sorry, guys. I'm here to bust your bubble. You ain't got rights to nothing. The only rights you have is to be a good citizen and follow the laws of our land, or you don't belong here. You should belong here. You can't come here illegally and get away with it. You should get out of here. And if you don't get out of here, we should take you out of here. But that's another story of immigration, which I may get to by this hour. Okay? We are a country of law. That's what we are. Okay? So, what they did is because they said everybody had a right to a house, all of a sudden, everybody, every Tom, Dick, and Harry, or every Harry, Tom, Dick, or every Harry, Dick, Tom, or every Dick, Harry, and Tom, or every Tom, Harry, and Dick, Cindy, Sue, and Jane, whether you had a job, whether you had decent credit, whether you had a savings, whether you had a bank account, whether you had anything going on, all of a sudden Fannie and Freddie could buy all the C and D paper and B paper, B minus paper from the banks. And then what happened is Bank of America and Chase, through their big lobby and payoffs to the rat bastards like Clinton, Schumer, Cisneros, Barney Frank, and Dick Durbin, and a few other Republicans, paid them off to change the laws and lobbied Fannie and Freddie through Congress and the Senate. They lowered the bar. Now, Fannie and Freddie had to buy all these crap loans by charter. And that's when it started. Because the banks went, oh yeah, more money. Now we can lend to the eons and eons and peons, and we don't have to worry about keeping this paper for 30 years, and we don't have to worry about A paper. We can just lend them. We can increase the debt-to-loan income ratios. We can increase the loan-to-value ratios. Debt-to-loan income over 57%. Loan-to-value ratios up to 90%. We can increase all that, and they don't have to have a job and show any income. And all that kicked in the late 80s and the 90s. And then what happened there, guys, is the tank fell out. Because, you see, Fannie and Freddie had to buy all that bad paper. And guess what? Guess what? Oh, yeah. Those four guys got really rich. Dick Durbin, Chuck Schumer. And you wonder why these guys go from nothing when they get in Congress and the Senate and then become worth $100 million. Dick Durbin, Chuck Schumer. Come on, guys. You think these people become politicians because they want to do good for you and your country and my country? Some of them leave jobs that pay them millions of dollars a year. Hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. Most of them are attorneys, and you know why? Because the average attorney in America makes about $120,000 a year. That's it. $90,000 to $120,000 a year. The average journeyman attorney. Yeah. Not as much as you think. Okay? If you can go from there to a job that pays you $175,000 to $220,000 a year, in one term you reelected that money for life and the best insurance for life in your family, and you know within 10 years you'll walk out worth $90 million, are you stupid to not take that job? Come on, guys. All right? So, follow me. Dick Durbin. This is why he runs off at the mouth. This is why they're fighting. Dick Durbin. Okay, let me tell you about Dick Durbin. They created the 2008 blow-up because they knew. Because the economists were telling them, all the smart people with alphabet soup in front of their names, all those smart people, those economists with PhDs from business schools all around the country, all those smart people that are a whole lot smarter than you and me, right? They knew that this was going to fall apart, just like J.P. Morgan knew that the fiat financial system and the creation of the Federal Reserve, where they took us off the gold standard first, then Nixon took us off the silver standard, and the Democrat FDR took us off the gold standard so they could start printing out paper. How can a country ever go broke when we're the only country in the world that can print off as much paper money as we want? And no other country in the world can. Not China, not Russia, no one. Only us. We can print off as many paper as we want. We can print off as many $100 as we want. And we don't have to have it backed by anything. Now, how could that be? Because we are America, and this is an American empire that runs the planet. Don't you ever forget that. And you want that to some degree because you don't want to live like those shitholes across the world that I've been into, like Haiti, the Dominican Republic, and Mexico, and the slums of Rio de Janeiro. You don't want to be in those shitholes. And I'm telling you, there's shitholes like you've never seen. You've never seen Americans, the kind of awfulness that they live in, the crime and the disgust, and they're never going to clean it up because they've been having these problems for hundreds and hundreds of years. And you think anybody caused it? You think Trumpster caused it? You think we caused it? No, they caused it themselves because that's how these people live. They live that 500. There's too many of them crammed into one place, and their countries don't even care about them. So why should we care about them? Because we're the great savior of the world? We do. We care more about them than their own countries care about them. We do more for them than any other country in the world because America has done more for anybody because we're a Protestant nation, and we have compassion. We are not like the Vatican and the Catholic Church with the Jesuit priests that go and torture and kill and rape and murder and take, like they did to all the indigenous people here in Southern California. They used to hang them, burn them, skin them. All the indigenous people, when the Jesuits came through here with the Spaniards in the 1700s. Okay. Now, J.P. Morgan knew that the fiat financial system was going to fall apart in about 100 years, and his top economists of the time in the 1917s, 13s, early part of the 20th century told him. You know what he said? There's a quote in the book about J.P. Morgan. You know what his response was? I'm paraphrasing. It's not going to be my problem. We got ours. Wow. Wow. See, I know the history under the history. Most everybody knows the history. But they know, you know the history they teach you. I know the history they keep secret from you. And I bet you I may not be always right, but I'm closer to the truth than what you learn in school. That I will always place a bet on. I'm much closer to the truth than far away. Now, they created this collapsed system in the 1980s. That led to the 2008 subprime blow-up because eventually it would have to collapse under the weight of foreclosures. Fannie and Freddie could not afford it anymore. They were broke. That's because the taxpayer who funds Fannie and Freddie through the Treasury wasn't raising enough money because of the $20 trillion debt that Clinton put on us, as well as the Bushes, as well as Obama, who created more debt in 8 years than any other president living. In fact, all the presidents combined together, and they say, oh, because he got us out, saved GM, saved the big banks. Well, he shouldn't have saved the big friggin' banks because they're nothing but rat bastard, low-life scumbag stealers of your money who give you nothing for it and take. Why do you think they charge you so much money? $5 to cash a friggin' check. Are you kidding me? Why do you think they want your fingerprint 25 years ago when I protested Bank of America? What do you think? You think they're doing it for security for you? What are you, born at the back end of a jackass? These are businessmen and women that only care about themselves. They got these golden parachutes. And the employees, the eons and eons of peons, they just get jerked too at these places. Because you talk to them, they don't know nothing but taking your bill, taking your check. And they don't even know how to do that anymore. In fact, the banks today are laying off 30 to 40% of all their employees in every piece of real estate they owe. And they're putting in robotic AI intelligence. Oh my God! My goodness, AI intelligence. Snap a picture of your check at Yellowstone and it'll be good. Oh, Lord, what control do you want to give to them in your life? Why don't you just open up your veins, take a picture of your genitals, and give them that too? Oh, by the way, they already have that because they can see you from the satellite taking a shower in their shit. Oh, just don't get me going. Don't get Jesse T going. Tell me I'm wrong. Why do I have to get a phone that takes my retina, maybe the last piece of privacy I have in my life, a retina scan? Why? Because we're a bunch of friggin' sheeple. You know what sheeples are? Do you know, this is cool. This is cool. Okay. I'm going to tie all this together. Okay. Because this is the way Jesse T used to do the old Jesse T show. I'm going to tie all this together. Just you watch. You ever watch a shepherd and his sheepdog? It is the most captivating, interesting, fascinating thing to watch, a sheepdog contest. It's mesmerizing. It's absolutely, it's a magic act. It is the greatest show of illusion and distraction and control from a distance. Let me explain. The shepherd who stands on the hill cannot be seen by the sheep who stand in the meadow. The shepherd and his sheepdog, one dog, is sitting there by his side. The contest starts when they tell the shepherd to send his sheepdog to take the sheep and move the sheep through a series of obstacles and through another gate to another meadow. And a series of obstacles. Just a couple. The sheep have a leader, and it's called a ram. That's the man sheep. He's got a penis. Just so you know. God, I have to teach sex education here. Because most of our society doesn't know if they're a guy or girl anymore. If you're swinging, you're a guy. I don't care what they do to your outsides. Your DNA has a chromosome that says you're a male. Okay. So sheep don't have that. Okay. Female sheep. Okay. So the dog goes, and a series of whistles or clicks that the shepherd makes to the dog 50 to 100 feet away from the sheep, because if the sheep see the human, they get scared and they get distracted and they don't listen to the dog. So now the dog, who's half the size of the sheep, and the ram, who's out there with his chest, right? The first thing the little sheepdog does is go to the ram and puts him in his place by nipping at his paws, the hoofs. Right? Not barking, nipping and moving and growling. The shepherd on top of the hill that can't be seen whistles a little bit more or clicks something, and the sheepdog then moves to the right, moves the sheep over, separates them, moves them over, by a series of controls that are happening in the distance that can't be seen by the sheep. The only thing the sheep see is the sheepdog. So the dog moves through the series of obstacles, biting the sheep, nipping the sheep, growling at the sheep, bumping the sheep, not even sometimes touching the sheep, just kind of intimidating and maneuvering or manipulating the sheep to move. And the sheep move because they don't like the dog. They're afraid of the dog. Or they listen to the animal. They don't listen to the elite shepherd on top of the hill with his arms crossed, watching the whole affair, and like a chess player, a master tactician, telling the sheepdog to move this, to cut this, to do this, and the sheepdog, without looking, takes his commands and moves the sheep. The people are moved by the leader, the dog, the president, Congress, the preacher, the boss, senators, governors, mayors, bankers, CEOs of Nestle, DuPont, Monsanto, religious orders. The leaders move the people without the people realizing that the master tactician is in a distance not to be seen, heard, or recognized. Because if the sheepdog doesn't do his job, bada bing, bada boom, off comes his head, and another sheepdog is replaced. He's retired to live with all the other doggies in the world, happy and free, and taken care of. Does that sound like Dick Durbin, Bill Clinton, Obama, Ramababamba, the two Bushies? Wow. Chuck Schumer? Barney Frank, otherwise known as Elmer Fudd, who's retired now. Retired. Because he did his job. So now you have the subprime blow-up. Destruction of the American economy under Obama and Bush. Wow. Inevitable. I was there. I do loans. I deal with bankers, real estate. I'm front line, baby. I saw it all happen. Now, check it out. Flash forward, as Brad Pye Jr. used to say at 1580 K-Day, switch reels. It's 2017. You have a president that says, New York style. I don't listen to the shepherd. I am my own. And I am going to do what I know is right. You got a guy that has done so much goodness in our economy that each and every American is going to satisfactorily be happy with what they're going to get in 2018. especially if you have a 401k or retirement fund. And I think that all immigrants that are here illegal should be tossed out and go home. Thank you, I'm hardcore. Sorry, cry on their shoulder in Mexico or wherever the heck you're from. I also think that we need to build a wall. I also think we have to have security. And I also think I like the taxes so that I can get some more money. And I also don't want to pay off the nose for health insurance. And I also don't like welfare and EBT. My ancestors came here and didn't get none of that. But you people still look at the DNC. I don't know. Obama gives sexual predator and rapist Bill Clinton an award. Obama gives Henry Weiner an award. The sex maniac texting predator. Obama gives Bill Cosby, who's probably going to become guilty on his second trial, an award. And he gives Harvey Weinstein an award. I mean, are you kidding me? Didn't the White House do checking on this guy when they give them the most prestigious citizen award in the world? Really? Really? They didn't do checking? God darn it. When I go to 7-Eleven and I get a card I can put $500 on, they check me. Really? Now you got a president that calls him out and says, look it, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do it my way. That's what I'm going to do. This is what's going to happen. We aren't going to do that anymore. We're going to do it the way we do it in business. I'm a deal maker. And I call it the way it is. I look you in the face and say what I got to say. Deal with it. I kind of like our military getting stronger. I kind of like the North Koreans and the South Koreans talking to each other for the first time in 50 years. I kind of like not giving billions of dollars to Iran on my way out of the White House. I kind of like not giving billions of dollars to Hamas, the terrorist organization, and a little few $1 million to the Palestinians and billions of dollars to the PLO on the way out. I kind of like not doing that. I kind of like building a wall and keeping the low-life scumbag cartels out. At the very least, if none of them are coming here anymore, they're going to have to go over a wall. That's good enough for me. I don't care if it stops 4 out of 10. Then it stops 4 out of 10. I don't like Obama on Fast and Furious, where he gave thousands and thousands of Band-Aids and bullets and rifles to the cartels. Oh, you forgot about that. Oh, yeah, sorry. I kind of like a Secretary of Defense and a Secretary that says, hey, I back my president. I don't think people should get killed in Benghazi for money. And I certainly don't think uranium should go to the Soviets, the mortal enemy of the freaking planet, going back to before Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan got so pissed off at the Russians that he went up there and conquered all the way to Moscow in 1322 before he conquested the Middle East and then Eastern Europe. He was so pissed off at the Russians. Everybody's been pissed off at the Russians since time immemorial. Wait. Let's just give the Russians 20% of our uranium to make more nuclear bombs. And maybe they'll sell it to somebody. Oh, yes, we have to worry about the Russians. The only thing we should be doing with Russians is rushing to build the greatest military better than the Russians because we need to be Russian more than the Russians because the Russians can't do what we can do. Nobody on the planet Earth in China gets a little pissed off and sells some bonds. Well, a few years ago, lest you forget, they dumped bonds with Russia trying to manipulate the world's economy so they can become part of the international monetary currency exchange, which we, the American dollar, because we can print up as many dollars as we want to, not backed by gold or silver, backed by you, the working American, because backed by you, we can build, we are the #1 currency exchanger in the world. All states and states, governments and governments exchange money in dollar bills. Before World War II, they did it with the English pound. Before that, it was the Spanish dragoon. Thank you very much. I don't mind being an empire. Do you? I like toilet paper to wipe my butt because I don't want a shithole. People say to me, "You're twisted." Well, I'll tell you what. I am. I am twisted. I'm so twisted that I drive people crazy sometimes. I'm so twisted, I'm going to start a business. I'm going to start a business. I will get your party going. You hire me, man, I will get everybody talking, having a good time. I'll be the life of the party. Then I'll leave. And then I'll come back at the time that you want to end the party, and I guarantee you, within 5 minutes, I will piss so many people off that they will exit faster than Casper the Ghost. I'm twisted right. Yeah. For the American way. When you came to this country, you worked hard, you gave up of your life, you paid the price, and your children benefited from your experience. You became a citizen. It's not perfect, but I'll tell you this much. I've been to 43 nations, and I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. Certainly not in Islam, in Muslim Europe, because in 20 years, everybody's going to be named not Smith, Wilson, and Johnson, or Pierre. They're going to be named Mohammed, because the #1 name in continental Europe today, a baby's being born, is Mohammed. Build a friggin' wall, please. Hey, let's make the Monroe Doctrine our doctrine again. You come to our hemisphere, we'll blow you off the face of the planet Earth. Thank you. The world according to Torrero. The brown beauty is on duty. Jesse Torrero. That's right. You got that straight right here, Monday through Friday. The Jesse T Show. It's commentary and opinion. And I got one for you. Now, you might not agree with it, and that's okay. And that's why we got Roundup Wound Up tomorrow. Because with Roundup Wound Up, everybody gets a chance to check in. All right, my friends, it's good to have you along. We're going to be out of here and taking off. I'm going to plug in here. I think we got music going on right now. I'm not sure. We may be off, so I'm going to say goodbye and take care. I didn't hear the music cue because I didn't have my headphone all plugged in. Hey, leave back at the studio. It's yours tomorrow. The Jesse T Show right here live on YouTube. Subscribe, check it out. Power of Voices, Instagram Live, Facebook, Periscope Livestream, Twitter, Tumblr, Google+, LinkedIn, Diggy, and Skype. Messenger as well. KTNT Radio and TV Broadcasting Podcasting Network, The Jesse T Show. See ya!